Hello, dear friends. I'm so happy to have you here today. This is Emily, and you are listening to Daily English Talk, your friendly place to learn real, practical English in a calm and natural way. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to invite you to subscribe to Daily English Talk. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode, and it will help you keep improving your English every single day. Your support really means a lot and helps me continue creating useful content for you. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most important skills for anyone learning English: how to talk about your job. Work is a big part of our lives, and many conversations naturally involve talking about what we do. Whether you are meeting someone new at a cafe, networking at an event, chatting online, or even traveling and meeting people from different countries, knowing how to describe your work clearly and confidently is extremely useful. Let's start with the basics. One of the most common questions you'll hear is, "What do you do?" It's a simple way to get to know someone, and it usually isn't too personal. The easiest way to answer is to say your job title. For example, you can say, "I am a teacher," "I am a doctor," "I am a programmer," "I am a designer," "I am a barista," "I am a photographer," "I am a student," or "I am a chef." This simple structure, "I am," plus your job title, is very natural for English learners. Another way to answer is to say, "I work as a," and then your job. For example, "I work as a software developer," "I work as a nurse," "I work as a fitness trainer," or "I work as a marketing assistant." Both forms are correct, and you can choose whichever feels more comfortable. Sometimes, your job might be complex, so instead of naming a specific position, you can talk about the field. For example, "I work in IT," "I work in education," "I work in finance," "I work in healthcare," "I work in hospitality," or "I work in logistics." This helps the listener understand the general area of your profession without going into too many details. You can also mention the company you work for. "I work for a small local company," "I work for a startup," "I work for an international company." Or, if you are your own boss, you can say, "I am self-employed," or "I run my own business." This shows independence and professionalism naturally. Now let's go deeper and talk about responsibilities. A very useful phrase is, "I am responsible for." For example, "I am responsible for managing client accounts," "I am responsible for preparing reports," "I am responsible for answering customer calls," or "I am responsible for organizing schedules." Another useful structure is, "My main task is," for example, "My main task is to communicate with clients." "My main task is to supervise a team." "My main task is to design websites," or "My main task is to analyze data." You can also say, "I usually," to describe your regular tasks. For example, "I usually meet with clients," "I usually prepare presentations," or "I usually solve technical problems." These structures help you sound natural and confident when describing your job. Now, let's imagine describing a full typical day at work. You can say, "When I arrive at work, I usually turn on my computer, check my emails, and make a to-do list. After that, I focus on my main projects. I attend meetings, respond to client requests, and work on important tasks. Around midday, I take a short lunch break, sometimes with colleagues. In the afternoon, I continue working on my projects, answer more emails, and prepare everything for tomorrow." Describing your routine like this makes your English sound organized and fluent. You can also include your working hours. "I start work at 9 in the morning and finish at 5 in the evening," or "I work from Monday to Friday," or "I have a flexible schedule which allows me to start and finish at different times." Flexibility is very common today, and you can say, "I have flexible working hours," which means you can choose when to start and finish within some limits. Next, let's talk about the working environment. You can say, "I work in an office," "I work from home," "I work outdoors," "I work in a hospital," "I work on a construction site," "I work in a studio," or "I work in a small cozy office." You can also describe the atmosphere, My workplace is friendly. My workplace is relaxed. My workplace is formal. Or my workplace is creative. Now let's discuss colleagues and teamwork. You can say, I work in a team of 5 people and we support each other. I collaborate with different departments every day. We share advice and ideas. My manager is supportive. My supervisor gives clear instructions. Or my colleagues are helpful and kind. Discussing teamwork naturally makes your English sound social and confident. Let's move on to job satisfaction. You can say, I really enjoy my job because it is creative. I like my job because it allows me to help people. I love my job because it is stable and rewarding. Or, I feel motivated at work because I learn new things every day. You can also mention what you like most and least. What I like most about my job is working with people. What I like least is paperwork or long meetings. Being honest about positives and negatives makes your English more genuine. Now let's talk about past experience. You can say, I used to work as a cashier. I previously worked in a restaurant. Before this job, I was a student and worked part-time. You can continue with what you learned. In my previous job, I learned to communicate with clients. I gained valuable experience in time management, or I started as an assistant and later became a manager. Showing growth and development is very important, especially in professional contexts. Now, let's discuss future goals. You can say, in the future, I would like to start my own business. My goal is to become a team leader. I want to improve my skills and grow professionally. I want to learn more about my field, or I hope to achieve my dream job, which could be traveling and working remotely, or managing my own company. Talking about dreams makes your conversation inspiring and meaningful. Next, let's practice asking questions about someone else's job. You can ask, what do you do? Do you like your job? How long have you been working there? What is a typical day like? What do you like most about your job? These questions show interest and keep the conversation flowing naturally. Now let's focus on skills required for jobs. You can say, my job requires strong communication skills. My job requires problem solving. My job requires creativity. My job requires attention to detail. My job requires teamwork. You can also talk about personal abilities. I am very organized. I have leadership skills. I work well under pressure. I am flexible and adaptable. These phrases are useful for interviews, professional conversations, and casual chats. Now let's discuss advanced daily routines. You can say, I start work at 8 in the morning. I check emails, attend morning meetings, work on projects, take a lunch break, collaborate with colleagues in the afternoon, complete tasks, review results, and prepare for the next day. I enjoy helping clients and being productive. These sentences help you build a fluent narrative. Next, let's include challenges and how to describe them. You can say, my job can be stressful sometimes, especially when deadlines are close. Dealing with difficult clients can be challenging but rewarding. I sometimes need to work overtime. I have to solve unexpected problems. I have busy days, but feel satisfied when I complete tasks. Now let's discuss motivation and reasons for choosing your job. You can say, I chose this profession because I enjoy helping people. I have always been passionate about this field. Or, I wanted a stable career with growth opportunities. These sentences make your speech deeper and personal. We can also give examples for specific professions. In education, I prepare lessons, teach students, and support their learning. In healthcare, I take care of patients, monitor their health, and provide guidance. In IT, I develop software, solve technical problems, and collaborate with my team. In marketing, I create campaigns, analyze trends, and engage with clients. In fitness, I design training programs, motivate clients, and track their progress. These examples give clear, profession-specific sentences. Next, let's discuss flexible work. I work part-time, I do freelance projects, I have a flexible schedule which allows me to balance life and work. I work remotely for a company. I manage projects online, giving me freedom to travel and organize my time independently. Now let's practice interview introductions. In interviews, I describe my role, responsibilities, and achievements. In my current position, I manage social media accounts, create content, and analyze results. I have improved engagement and helped grow the brand. If I am looking for work, I say, I am currently seeking new opportunities to use my skills and grow professionally. Or, I am open to positions that match my experience and passions. This sounds confident and professional. Next, let's practice casual conversations again. Imagine someone asks, "What do you do?" You can answer, "I work as a software developer for a tech company. I write code, develop applications, and collaborate with my team. I enjoy my job because it is creative and allows me to learn new technologies." The other person might ask, "How long have you been doing this?" You can answer, "I have been working in this field for 3 years, and I continue learning new skills." This is natural for everyday conversation. Next, let's talk about work-life balance. I try to maintain a good balance. I enjoy spending time with family and friends. I relax after work. I take care of my health. Sometimes I work long hours, but I always rest on weekends. This shows maturity and awareness. Finally, let's practice putting it all together. Remember, you can describe your job title, responsibilities, daily routine, workplace, colleagues, challenges, satisfaction, skills, career path, goals, and dream job. Combining all these elements gives a complete picture of yourself. Every time you practice, you get closer to speaking confidently and fluently in English. Every sentence you practice builds confidence. Now that we've covered the basics of describing your job, let's dive even deeper into different ways you can talk about your work. One useful approach is to explain the skills you use every day. You can say, "My job requires strong communication skills, problem-solving abilities, creativity, attention to detail, and teamwork." Depending on your profession, you might add specific skills. For example, "My job requires technical knowledge in IT." Or, "I need to be physically strong and patient in my daily work." Highlighting your abilities shows confidence and professionalism. You can also include personal qualities, such as, "I am very organized, I have leadership skills, I work well under pressure, I am a fast learner, and I am flexible and adaptable." These phrases are particularly useful for interviews or professional networking. Let's explore teamwork in more detail. You can say, "I work in a team of 5 people, and we support each other. I collaborate with different departments daily." Or, "My colleagues and I share advice and ideas to ensure the success of our projects." When talking about your manager or supervisor, you can say, "My manager is supportive and provides helpful feedback." Or, "My supervisor encourages creativity and professional growth." Speaking about your team and relationships at work makes your English sound more natural and social. Next, let's describe a full typical day with more advanced phrases. For example, "I start work at 8 in the morning. I check emails and attend a short morning meeting. Then, I focus on my main projects and work on important tasks until lunchtime. Around noon, I take a break and often eat lunch with colleagues. In the afternoon, I continue working on my projects, attend additional meetings, and answer emails. By the end of the day, I prepare tasks for tomorrow and organize my schedule. I enjoy my work because it allows me to be creative and productive, and I feel satisfied when I accomplish my goals." This approach gives a realistic and engaging description of your day. Now, let's include challenges. It is common to talk about difficulties at work. You can say, "My job can be stressful at times, especially when deadlines are tight." Or, "Dealing with difficult clients can be challenging, but it is also rewarding." You can also add, "Sometimes I need to work overtime to meet deadlines." Or, "I have busy days, but I feel satisfied when I complete important tasks." Speaking honestly about challenges and how you manage them shows maturity in your English conversations. Next, let's focus on motivation. You can explain why you chose your job. "I chose this profession because I enjoy helping people. I have always been passionate about this field." Or, "I wanted a stable career with opportunities to grow." Discussing motivation adds depth and personal meaning to your conversation. Now, let's look at examples for different professions. In education, you can say, "I prepare lessons, teach students and support their learning. Or, I enjoy seeing my students succeed. In healthcare, you can say, I take care of patients, monitor their health, and provide guidance. In IT, you can say, I develop software, solve technical problems, and collaborate with my team to improve systems. In marketing, you can say, I create campaigns, analyze market trends, and communicate with clients. In fitness, you can say, I design training programs, motivate clients, and track their progress. These profession-specific examples help you describe your work clearly and naturally. Next, let's discuss flexible work and freelance opportunities. You can say, I work part-time, I do freelance projects, I have a flexible schedule which allows me to balance work and personal life. I work remotely for a company, or I manage projects online, which gives me freedom to travel and organize my schedule. Talking about flexible work shows adaptability and modern work habits. Now let's practice self-introductions for interviews. You can say, in interviews, I describe my role, responsibilities, and achievements. In my current position, I manage social media accounts, create content, and analyze results. I have improved engagement and helped grow the brand. I am currently seeking new opportunities to use my skills and grow professionally. Or I am open to positions that match my experience and interests. This sounds professional and confident. Let's go back to casual conversations. Imagine meeting someone new and they ask, what do you do? You can respond, I work as a software developer for a tech company. I write code, develop applications, and collaborate with my team. I enjoy my job because it is creative and allows me to learn new technologies. They might ask, how long have you been doing this? You can answer, I have been working in this field for 3 years, and I continue to develop my skills. This is natural and easy to use in everyday conversation. Let's explore work-life balance. You can say, I try to maintain a good balance. I enjoy spending time with family and friends. I relax after work and take care of my health. Sometimes I work long hours, but I always rest on weekends. Showing awareness of balance demonstrates maturity and professionalism. Now, let's look at career growth. You can describe your progression using phrases like, I started as an assistant and later became a manager. I learned valuable skills in previous positions. Or, I am gaining experience that will help me advance in my career. Talking about career growth shows ambition and planning. Next, let's talk about future goals. You can say, in 5 years, I see myself managing my own team. In the future, I would like to start my own company, or I want to improve my skills and become an expert in my field. You can also discuss learning. I am currently taking online courses to improve my skills. I attend workshops to stay updated in my profession. Or I read books and practice new techniques to enhance my work. Talking about goals and learning shows motivation and dedication. Now let's talk about expressing your dream job. You can say, my dream job is to travel the world and work remotely. My dream job is to manage my own company. Or, my dream job is to create content that inspires millions of people. Talking about dreams makes your conversation more engaging and inspiring. Next, let's practice asking about someone else's job in a deeper way. You can ask, what do you enjoy most about your job? What is the most challenging part of your work? What skills have you learned in your current position? Do you have future goals or a dream job? These questions show genuine interest and help create meaningful conversations. Let's also cover expressions to describe responsibilities in detail. You can say, I handle client requests daily. I coordinate projects with my team. I prepare reports and presentations. I organize meetings and events. Or, I monitor and evaluate progress of tasks. Using detailed phrases makes your English sound professional and fluent. Next, let's explore advanced ways to describe daily routines. For example, every morning I check emails, attend a short meeting, and set priorities for the day. Then, I work on high-priority projects, collaborate with colleagues, and solve problems as they arise. At lunchtime, I take a break and often discuss work strategies with my team. In the afternoon, I review completed tasks, finalize reports, and plan for upcoming assignments. I enjoy the sense of accomplishment that comes from completing my work effectively. Let's also discuss challenges in detail. You can say, sometimes my job is stressful because deadlines are tight, and I must handle unexpected tasks. Occasionally, I work extra hours to finish important projects, but overcoming these challenges makes me stronger and improves my skills. Finally, let's summarize some phrases to help you sound confident. I am responsible for my main task is I work in a team. I enjoy my work because I am learning to improve. In the future, I want to, and my dream job is. Using these phrases consistently will help you build fluency and speak naturally about your work in English. At this point, you have many tools to describe your job, talk about your routine, explain responsibilities, discuss colleagues, workplace environment, challenges, skills, career growth, future goals, and even your dream job. Practicing these phrases daily will help you feel more confident and prepared in conversations, interviews, or networking situations. Every sentence you speak strengthens your fluency, and using this vocabulary makes your English sound professional and natural.